Check, 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 look. Good evening. Good evening. Check it in. ഞാൻ ചെയ്യാം. वायर देख लेना एक बार. ठीक है.
बस है
मिल लेते
क्या और चाहिए और पीछे
नहीं
चाहिए
नहीं नहीं बस ये. उसको और थोड़ा आगे लाइए.
किसको
Check. Check. One. Yes.
മെയിൻ മൈക്ക് കോഡ്ലെസ് വേണ്ട. ഓക്കെ, കോഡ്ലെസ് കൂടി ഉണ്ടാവും. സാർ ആവശ്യമുള്ളപ്പോൾ എടുക്കുക, അത് ഓണാക്കാം. ഓക്കെ.
where don't issue here स्पीच करेंगे ना उनका स्पीच है.
हाँ.
पानी बोतल यहाँ रहने दो.
ये एक रहने दो. आज तबला परफॉर्मेंस कुछ नहीं है. सिर्फ भरतनाट्यम आज. ഒട്ടിച്ചാലേ ഈ സാധനം നിൽക്കുള്ളൂ. എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് ഇവിടെ വെച്ചിട്ട് ഒട്ടിച്ച് വെക്കാൻ പറ്റുമെങ്കിൽ ഓക്കെയാണ്. വല്ല പൈപ്പ് ടേപ്പ് ഉണ്ട് ഇവിടെ വെക്കാനുള്ള സാധനം എന്താ? ടേപ്പ് ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. പിടിച്ചേ. ഉറപ്പിരുന്നോട്ടെ പാമ്പൻ പാലത്തിൻ്റെ യൂണിഫോമായിട്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ യൂണിഫോമായിട്ട് കുഴപ്പമില്ല മതി.
പ്രോഗ്രാമിൻ്റെ പിള്ളേർ പെർഫോം ചെയ്യുന്ന പിള്ളേർക്ക് സബ്ജക്റ്റ് കൊടുക്കണം. ലാസ്റ്റാണ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. അരങ്ങേറ്റത്തിൻ്റെ പിള്ളേർക്കുള്ളത് ആദ്യം കൊടുക്കുന്നില്ല. ഇറങ്ങിപ്പോകും ഓരോരുത്തരുടെ പരിപാടി കഴിഞ്ഞു.
ഓക്കെ.
അപ്പോൾ അതൊന്ന് ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് ഗ്യാപ്പിൽ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളൂ.
അപ്പോൾ അത് ആദ്യം കൊടുക്കുന്നില്ല.
ആദ്യം കൊടുക്കുന്നില്ല. പ്രോഗ്രാം കഴിഞ്ഞ് കളിച്ചിട്ട് ലാസ്റ്റാണ് സബ്ജക്റ്റ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്.
I request everyone to be kindly at your places. His Excellency is on his way. I mean, he's almost here. And a request to the parents who have brought along very little young children, young kids, please make sure they're not running around, because those kids who are performing today, it is a privilege for them. It is what we call their debut on stage. So let's make it, a tribute to them, right? So before His Excellency enters, he will be inaugurating the painting exhibition outside. And after that, they will all be coming in. Do we have the welcome music ready?
I paid myself, I know. Yes, recently means wet.
Yes. Wonderful.
This is the skyline. On the background,
And the background you have the
King
skyline
also.
and
You can see the king's face.
Sheikh Tamim there, huh?
Yeah.
Very nice. Wonderful.
well, he's brought in the life of the whole. And with the life.
How long have you been in Qatar?
For 3 years.
3 years old. Yeah, he's with us. Very nice.
Lovely life, huh?
He's from
So doing it in the skill
Clear.
center. Wonderful. So you learned before also?
Yeah, I done BFF
From Shantiniketan?
no, from Assam.
From Assam.
He's our teacher.
Ah,
He's our teacher.
beautiful. Beautiful.
The inauguration of the art exhibition is completed. They will be coming in any minute. So once again, I request all to kindly see the places.
Stand on it. I'm just telling him that we need to get together again. I want to invite everyone.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, sir.
എന്താണ് സ്പോൺസർ എസ് ടി സി സ്പോൺസർ അല്ലേ സ്പോൺസർ ആൻഡ് അംബാസഡർ അബ്ദുൾ റഹ്മാൻ ഓക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു ഞാനവിടെ ചേർത്തോളാം Assalamu alaikum and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. नवाजिश किस्मत मैं करूं कैसे बयां, नवाजिश किस्मत मैं कैसे करूं बयां, ये तोहफ़ा उसने हमें बड़ा अनोखा दिया है। मेहमान जो आए क्या खूब आए हैं, मेहमान जो आए क्या खूब आए हैं, यकीनन पर उस पर मेहमान नवाजी का भी क्या मौका दिया है, मेहमान नवाजी का भी क्या मौका दिया है। Respected Chief Guest, His Excellency the Ambassador of India to Qatar, Dr. Deepak Mittal, former Ambassador to Belgium and EU, His Excellency Abdurrahman Al Khulaifi, he is also the sponsor for SDC, and our guest of honor, Shri Mahesh Gowda, President Karnataka Sangha Qatar, Vice President Indian Cultural Center, Shri Subramania Habagelu, General Secretary Shri Krishna Kumar, other ICC management committee members, the founding partners of Skills Development Center, Sri Vijay Kumar and Mr. A.K. Jalil, Skills Development Center management team, the most dedicated, talented, and skilled teachers, choreographers, and trainers of Skills Development Center, our beloved SDC family, consisting of all its staff and their families, talented children, dedicated teachers once again, loving parents, and the most encouraging audience. I, Samir Musa, your host for the evening, welcome each of you to Swaralaya 2022, presented by Skills Development Center, the Center for Fine Arts and Performing Arts. A very, very good evening, one and all. Before we proceed with the formal function, a minor safety briefing for all of you. Our exits are located to my left front end of this hall and at the back, and the restrooms for ladies and gents are located outside the hall towards the right side. And in case of an emergency, kindly know that you can, very disciplined way, you can move out of the hall, and you have to be, you need not rush. So that's for a briefing for safety. अंधेरों को देखकर समझ जाओ, अंधेरों को देखकर समझ जाओ किस लिए रोशनी बनाए हैं। अंधेरों को देखकर समझ जाओ कि रोशनी किस लिए बनाए हैं। जब हवाओं को चुनौती देना था तब खुदा ने दिए बनाए हैं, तब खुदा ने दिए बनाए हैं। So to begin our today's concoction of tradition and art, Swaralaya 2022 Classical Dance Arangetam Bharatanatyam Day 1, in line with our age-old tradition, may I request that our chief guest, our president and dignitaries, to kindly come forward for lighting the lamp today, please. And thank you, sir. Now may I request that His Excellency, the Ambassador, Dr. Deepak Mittal, our distinguished guest, Mr. Abdurrahman Al-Khalifi, and our other distinguished guests, and our guest of honor, Mr. Mahesh Gowda, to be kindly escorted to the stage by Mr. Jalil and Mr. Vijay, the STC team, and Mr. Ashik, P.N. Babarajan, and Mr. Ashik. It is truly an honor to have all our dignitaries present here, including our ambassador. So may I first request His Excellency to present the inaugural speech to our audience. Sir, please welcome. May I request that a bouquet of our gratitude and our appreciation be presented to His Excellency. And I request another bouquet of our appreciation and gratitude to be presented to our guest, Mr. Abdurrahman Al-Khulaifi. Thank you, sirs, for being here. We are indeed privileged by your presence, sir. May I now request His Excellency to kindly present his inaugural speech for our audience.
Thank you, Mr. Musa. Very good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Excellency, Mr. Abdul Rahman Al-Khulaifi, the patron of Skill Development Council, Mr. Mohammed, Mr. Babu Rajan, President of ICC, and other dignitaries, and lovely audience. It is indeed a great pleasure to be joining you all today evening at the celebrations being mounted by Skill Development Center as part of its 20th anniversary of its establishment here in Qatar. Indeed, I have seen over the past 2 years myself been witness to wonderful activities, work being done by Skill Development Center in terms of promoting art, culture, and networking, bringing communities together here in Qatar. It's been I've seen in all different forms, in art, dance, music. So I'm really very happy and thrilled today to be here among you and to witness for ourselves the wonderful Arangtam, which has been put forward as a festival by Skill Development Center. And as I understand, it is a presentation being made by the debutant, the first time performance from the Skill Development Centers, the new graduates and the students of the Skill Development Center. So I'm very excited to looking forward to witness some amazing performances. I know it's a 3-day festival. I have been seeing in the social media a number of posts of event since it's going on since yesterday, being received overwhelmingly by everyone here in Qatar. So my best wishes once again to Skill Development Center, especially to His Excellency Mr. Abdul Rahman Al-Khulaifi for his patronage and support to set up this center and to ensure this promotion of culture, arts, how it brings together India and Qatar into, we do talk about our historical civilizational ties, how culture binds us, how art binds us over centuries, whether it is art, food, language, values. These are many, many things which we can keep talking about. And I think through his patronage, through his support for the Skill Development Center, it's his personal demonstration of the support which he gives for promoting those historic ties between India and Qatar. I thank you, Mr. Abdul Rahman, for your personal initiatives in this regard. And my best wishes to Skill Development Center, the wonderful teachers, and especially the students on the 20th anniversary and for a great festival. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for keeping us encouraged throughout all our endeavors, especially skills, and the entire Indian community. Thank you so much, sir. Now, may I request His Excellency, the Ambassador, Mr. Abdurrahman Al-Khulaifi, to kindly address our audience, sir. Please.
Good evening. First of all, I would like to thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for the kind words that
you have spoken and delivered to me. And it goes without saying, I'm a person who's always been fascinated by cultures. And at the same time, I've been blessed to be able to live in different societies, different from each other, that allowed me to learn so much about the deeply rooted cultures, the richness of these societies. That's why me and Mr. Babu Rajan, when we decided to set up the skill development centers, I told him to go ahead, because I think through cultures, people can understand each other. And a time of difficulties, of geopolitical difficulties that we see nowadays around us, we think the only thing that could bind us together is the real, pure cultures, like dances and songs that we can relate to. Songs that talks about peace and love and togetherness in a state of misunderstanding and zero-sum game, like they say in politics. Me, take everything, you will lose everything. That's not what we want, but through cultures, we can ensure that win-win situation could be applied, that you can get your share, I can get my share, you understand me, and we understand each other. That's how we can limit the possibility of any misunderstanding. Thank you once again for inviting me, and I'm happy to be with you all. And I think we're going to have a lovely night tonight through the program that Mr. Babu Rajan have prepared for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you to His Excellency Ambassador Mr. Abdurrahman Al-Khulaifi for keeping us inspired and motivated. So thank you for your wonderful presence here and your most valuable time for our community. Thank you once again. And now may I request our guest of honor, Sri Mahesh Gowda, to kindly address the audience, please.
His Excellency Dr. Deepak Mittal, His Excellency Abdurrahman Khulaifi, other dignitaries, and the audience, a very good evening. First of all, let me congratulate a team, Skill Development Center, for completing more than 2 decades of their existence in Qatar. And this last 2 decades, we have seen thousands of children graduating in art and culture and music, which is really a kind of a university in Qatar. To basically, we can say it's a cultural hub, which I have seen personally for last 15 years in Qatar. Skill Development Center, it's done justice for the word called skill development, sir. It's the management. I really congratulate again for the kind of effort you put in, and the kind of the cultural exchanges is done with other ministries in Qatar and other nationalities over here. It's not just this is institution is for Indians. We can see other nationalities and cultural exchanges program, and it could be, and they have been always supported during any programs in terms of ICC, ICBF, ISC, or any cultural related called by the embassy. So it's really a great pride for us to having such an institution here in Qatar, and with a team of an experienced team of more than 50 people, teachers who are here, and which are dedicatedly teaching in our Indian art and culture. And I congratulate all the parents here today who are eagerly waiting looking forward for your children performance on this stage. So we wish you all the best for them today and the future endeavors, where they may grow up, they pick up this art as their passion, as their profession, as their dreams come true going forward. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mahesh. You have always been a part of our team, I could say, and always supporting us through the skills development throughout every activity. And your speech definitely should have inspired and motivated the children here and the audience. Thank you so much. An event to begin needs a very warm welcome. So let's invite the skills co-partner, Mr. Vijay. Memento. दूर चले हैं मिट्टी से पर खुशबू वतन के संग लाए हो। दूर चले हैं मिट्टी से पर खुशबू वतन के संग लाए हो। श्रद्धा, संस्कृति, परंपरा, कला, नाट्य, नृत्य, स्किल्स डेवलपमेंट सेंटर, आप भी क्या क्या रंग लाए हो, आप भी क्या क्या रंग लाए हो। It is said that you don't choose your family, it chooses you. Skills Development Center, established in 2002, is also popularly known as a family that promotes passion of art and culture, stands tall with a vision to preserve the tradition, art, and culture of our country through molding artists, inculcating the idea of modernity, and empowering creativity in young minds. On this soil of Qatar, it has dawned on a mission dedicated to preserve and promote the ancient Indian art forms and to continue providing quality education in Indian tradition and culture through the performing arts of vocal and instrumental music, classical and folk dances, and performing arts and fine arts, valuing modernity. But to its ventures, it is more of a service than a mere business. Why? Because thus it was made the most affordable corner to enhance our abilities. Even though the toughest wave of pandemic that broke the back of many institutes in the sphere, SDC, Skills Development Center, stood its ground against all odds, and voila, it won. It won, and your presence is evidence that it won. Rather, it would be right to title SDC as a center for resilience, understanding, thought, and action. Now let's come back to our evening Swaralaya. धड़कन की सांस, आशिकी का एहसास, मौसीकी की साज और नृत्य का अंदाज मुस्तकिल होनी चाहिए, मुस्तकिल होनी चाहिए। सृजन के कुंजियों को सितारों के समंदरों में मुसलसल डुबोनी चाहिए। Creativity has to live on. History bears witness that in a world where every aspect of life is suppressed and controlled, heart, art, music, and creativity are the only four elements that have always remained independent. In Swaralaya, Swara stands for tune or voice, and Laya means the rhythm. The name in all reflects that it's totally an event where dance and music is at its prime and is in itself the entire essence. Einstein once happened to say, "We dance for laughter, we dance for tears. We dance for madness, we dance for fears. We dance for hopes, we dance for screams. We are dancers, we create the dreams." Natya Shastra, or the theatrical art, I know that the time presses our bosoms for anxiety to watch those performances, but will we not see, or will we not be seen as ungrateful if we are not conveying the right amount of gratitude and appreciation to the most deserving ones today? Especially the children who had spent their best of time and efforts for their passion, those dear parents who had been a bouquet of support and encouragement to their beloved children, and last but never the least, the hands that mold the raw mud into vessels that contain art, skills, and knowledge, the teachers. A special mention is mandatory for these teachers who hold the highest dance recognitions for the southern dance forms Kala Mandalam. To begin with, in absentia, Mrs. Kala Mandalam Devi Sunil Kumar. I request His Excellency to present Okay.
He's not there. Okay. Call Kalamandalam. Start from this. No, you call somebody.
Okay.
Call this lady.
Right. May I call Mrs. Kalamandalam? Mrs. Kalamandalam, Ajashri Ashwin to receive this memento as a token of appreciation and gratitude from Skills Development Center and the children. May I call upon Kalamandalam Simna Sujit, please. Simna Sujit. Mrs. Kalamandalam Shruti Prasad. Kalamandalam Bhavya E. Prabha. And Krishnendu Shivakumar. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. May I request His Excellencies be escorted back to their seats. Natya Shastra, or the theatrical art by Bharat Muni in the 2nd century BC, claims that dance was created to draw people away from evil influences. Now, before the infiltration of the influences of other dance forms from around the globe, Bharatanatyam was used as a medium in India to connect and respond to audiences' emotions. But should I say that the infiltration was a fortunate turn, since it raised a challenge strong enough for this dance form to not just to rise above its bar, but to survive itself. And when this challenge was given the right direction and focus, Bharatanatyam became an eternal art, not limited to merely India, but on the fabric of the entire world. Bharatanatyam, originating thousands of years ago, is more than a mere form of Indian classical dance. It is a powerful medium of communication. As per the traditional order of Bharatanatyam, Alarippu, Jatiswaram, Shabdam, Varnam, Padam, Tillana, and Shloka, or verses, is considered to be the right sequence of revealing the spiritual through the corporeal, or rather enticing the gods through dance. And finally, today, as is the order that pleases the gods, gurus, and the audience, and with a salute to them all for their dedication to the art, let us bless and appreciate these young talents who are going to make their debut performances on stage following their years of unraveled traveling and training to make us all proud. कारवां जितनी चाहे, कारवां जितनी चाहे जोरदार हो पर जरूर थोड़ी दूर जाकर रुकती है। किस्मतें तब उठती है, किस्मतें तब उठते हैं ज़मीन से जब उसके आगे नज़र झुकती है। तो चलिए अब हम सब उसके आगे नज़र झुका लेते हैं, because we are about to present a Pushpanjali. Stuti is a very important element of Bharatanatyam. Stuti enumerates the characteristic of the deity and asks for the blessings. Here, our students seeking blessings from Vinayaka. It is composed in Nadaragam and Aditalam. The performers for the event are Anilya Disa Anup, Abheri Abhi, Arpita Arun, Anushka Sulesh, Satvika Prabhu, and Bhadra Lal.
So please light off.
So as I mentioned,
Hello.
Takka dhimmi, 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 tei.
Okay, I'm going to down.
As I said, Stuti is a very important element of Bharatanatyam. Stuti enumerates the characteristics of a deity and asks for the blessings. Here, our students seek blessings from Vinayaka. It is composed in Nataragam and Aditalam. So with a congrats to all those children who had their debut or are about to have their debut on the stage today, let's have our first performance, the Pushpanjali. Anilya. Anilya Disa Anup, Abheri Abhi, Arpita Arun, Anushka Sulesh, Satvika Prabhu, and Bhadra Lal are about to present a Pushpanjali.
Vinayaka Stuti. Stuti is very important item in Bharatanatyam. Stuti is enumerate the characteristics of Dedi and to ask for the blessing. Here, our students seeking the blessing from Vinayaka. This composed in Ragam Natam, Talam Adi.
Jam, 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 ta jam, jam, ta kita, dikita, dum gita, nam gita, dagada digita, dum jam, 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 ta jam, jam, ta kita, dikita, dum gita, nam gita, dagada digita, dum jam, 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 ta jam, jam, ta kita, dikita, dum gita, nam gita, dagada digita, dum jam, 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 ta jam, ta kita, dikita, dum gita, nam gita, dagada digita, dum jam, 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 ta jam, ta kita, dikita, dum gita, nam gita, dagada digita, dum jam, 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 ta jam, ta kita, dikita, dum gita, nam gita, dagada digita, dum jam, 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 ta jam, ta kita, dikita, dum gita, nam gita, dagada digita, dum jam, 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 ta jam, ta kita, dikita, dum gita, nam gita, dagada digita, dum gita, dum gita, nam gita. దిగిటదం జం తటిత జగతటిత దిమితటిత దిమితటిత తదిగిటదం తగదదిగిటదం తగదిగుదదిగిటదం జం తటిత జగతటిత దిమిదటిత దిమిదటిత తదిగిటదం తగదదిగిటదం తగదిగుదదిగిటదం తక్కిట ధిక్కిట తొంగిట నంగిట తగదదిగిటదం తక్కిట ధిక్కిట తొంగిట నంగిట తగదదిగిటదం తక్కిట తక్కిట తక్క ధిమి తక్క ధిమి తక్క తక్కిట తక్క తక్కిట తక్క ధిమి తక్కిట తక్క ధిమి తక్కిట తక్క ధిమి తక్క తక్కిట తక్క ధిమి తక్క తక్కిట తత్తరగడదం తత్తరగడదం తరగడదం കാത്തരുൾവായ് ഗണേശനെ കരിമുഖനെ കമലാംബര സുതനെ കാത്തരുൾവായ് ഗണേശനെ കരിമുഖനെ കമലാംബര സുതനെ കാത്തരുൾവായ് ഗണേശനെ ഹരിമുഖനെ കമലാംബര സൂദനെ കാത്തരുൾവായ് ഗണേശനെ ഹരിമുഖനെ കമലാംബര സൂദനെ കാത്തരുൾവായ് ഗണേശനെ ஐங்கரனே அமர கோடிகள் பணிந்த சங்கரலீல பரியில் முருகனே ஐங்கரனே அமர கோடிகள் பணிந்த சங்கரலீல பரியில் முருகனே நர்த்தன சுந்தர நடன மனோகர் மூஷிக வாகன சதுரதுரங்க நர்த்தன சுந்தர நடன மனோகர் மூஷிக வாகன் சதுரதுரங்க பக்தர் கருளை கொடுப்பவனே சிவசக்தி மைந்தனே ஏகதந்தனே பக்தர் கருளை கொடுப்பவனே சிவசக்தி மைந்தனே ஏகதந்தனே பாமகம ரிச சனி சரிச ரிச மக பமனி பகம பமப பவமக மமக சனி சரிச ரிச மக பமனி பகம பமப கம பனி ச ச ச சரி கம ரி ச நீ ச பனி ம பகம பமக ச காத்தருள்வார் கணேசனே ஹரிமுகனே கமலாம்பர சூதனே காத்தருள்வார் கணேசனே ஹரிமுகனே கமலாம்பர சூதனே காத்தருள்வார் கணேசனே
That was indeed amazing, a wonderful performance, a great Pushpanjali by this group. Our next item on the list, our next dance item on the list is Andal Kautuvam. And presenting Andal Kautuvam for you are Aditi Manoj, Gianna Mary Justin, Aparna Pradeep, Diya Balaji, and Janki Sutish. Andal Kautuvam.
Namaskaram. Adi and Margari are 2 months that have been associated with the first female saint poet, Sri Andal. Born as Koda, she was considered as an incarnation of Bhumi Devi and was found among the Tulasi bushes by her father, Sri Vishnu Chittar. Growing up in the temples, she was a big devotee of Lord Vishnu, and on the day of her marriage, she ran into the temple and merged herself with Lord Ranganatha. Today, let us celebrate her with this beautiful performance of Andal Kavitvam in Ragam, Malaya Marutham and Talam Adi. Thank you.
तागतणं तरितकतणं तततकतकतकदिमि दिमि तरिकिटजणु तागतणं तरितकतणं तततकतकतकदिमि दिमि तरिकिटजणु तागतणं तरितकतणं तततकतकदिमि दिमि तरिकिटजणु तागतणं तरितकतणं
amazing expressions, what gestures. These young little talents are really, I'm certain, is truly impressing you. Our next item of today is Kuraluti, and presenting to you Kuraluti is Avantika Deepak, Meenakshi Anoop, Diya Vasudevan, Gopika Elamurugan, Mandalapalli Srinika, Sarah John, and Emil Teresa Daves.
Padam is one of the major items in the Bharatanatyam Margam. It's full of expressions. Here we are presenting Kudaludi Manamela. It is a popular Bharatanatyam Padam by Uttakata Venkadakam, which describes about the melodious music from Krishna's flute. This is composed in Ragam Kamboji and Tala Adi.
குழலூதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட பின்னும் குறையேதும் எனக்கேதடி குழல் ஊதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட பின்னும் குறையேதும் எனக்கேதடி தோழி குழல் ஊதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட பின்னும் குறையேதும் எனக்கேதடி தோழி குழலூதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட பின்னும் குறையேதும் எனக்கேதடி தோழி குழலூதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட பின் குறையேதும் எனக்கேதடி தோழி குழல் ஊதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட பின் குறையேதும் எனக்கேதடி தோழி குழலூதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட பின் குறையேதும் எனக்கேதடி அழகான மயிலாடவும் அழகான மயிலாடவும் மிக அழகான மயிலாடவும் காற்றில் அசைந்தாடும் கொடி போலவும் மிக அழகான மயிலாடவும் காற்றில் அசைந்தாடும் கொடி போலவும் பகமகிழ்ந்திலகும் நிலவொளி தனிலே தனை மறந்து புள்ளினும் கூட அசைந்தாடி மிக இசைந்தோடி வரும் நலம் காண ஒரு மனம் நாட தகும் இது என ஒரு பதம் பாட தகிட்ட ததிமி என நடம் ஆட கன்று பசுவினோடு நின்று புடை சூழ என்று மலருமுக இறைவன் கனிவோடு குழலூதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட பின் குறையேதும் எனக்கேதடி தோழி குழலூதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட குறையேதும் எனக்கேதடி மகர குண்டலம் ஆடவும் மகர குண்டலம் ஆடவும் அதற்கேற்ப மகுடம் ஒளி வீசவும் மகர உடலம் ஆடவும் அதற்கேற்ப மகுடம் ஒளி வீசவும் மிகவும் எழிலாகவும் காற்றில் மிளிரும் தூகில் ஆடவும் மிகவும் எழிலாகவும் காற்றில் மிளிரும் தூகில் ஆடவும் அகமகிழ்ந்திலகும் இள ஒளி தனிலே தன்னை மறந்து புள்ளினம் கூட அசைந்தாடி மிக இசைந்தோடி வரும் நலம் காண ஒரு மனம் நாட பகுமிது என ஒரு பதம் பாட அகிட்ட ததிமி என நடமாட கன்று பசுவினோடு நின்று புடை சூழ என்று மலரும் முக இறைவன் கனிவோடு குழலூதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட பின் குறை ஏதும் எனக்கேதடி தோழி குழலூதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட பின் குறை ஏதும் எனக்கேதடி குறை ஏதும் எனக்கேதடி குறை ஏதும் எனக்கேதடி
Wow. Kuraludi Manamellam, the way it was presented by these brilliant young talents. Emil, can I ask you a question? Yeah? What did you feel performing for the first time in front of these many people, these many audience?
So excited.
So excited.
Yes.
It's indeed a true blessing what Skills have arranged for these kids today. Wonderful, excellent performance. Thank you, thank you. The next performance is Murugan Kauduvam. Murugan Kauduvam. Now the participants are Angelina Linson, Anna Binu, Sadhika Krishna, Janita Ann Abraham, Elsa Maria Sam, Joelette Ann. Can I have the lights, please? Joelette Ann Justin and Tessa Maria Biju. Murugan Kauduvam. The last one was a description of beauty, where how Sri Krishna's flute used to play and how beautiful it is. And Murugan Kauduvam is again a worship of the feet of Lord Perumal. So let's welcome the participants of Murugan Kauduvam.
It is composed by Tanjore Quartet in Ragam Gauli, set to Egathalam. Here the composer says, "O mind, please worship the feet of the Lord Perumal, who took his spear to destroy the consequences of our deeds. Let's worship the youngster, the Ilayavane, who soared across the skies on his peacock when around Mount Kailas. Then let's obtain blessings from the handsome Lord who has a capacity to tear apart a sea and splinter the mountain." Presenting Murugan Kautham.
Mm-hmm.
ಜನ ಕಿಟ್ಟ 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 ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ದರಿಗಿಡದ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ತಕ ದರಿಗಿಡದ ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ಜಕ್ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ತಕ್ಕ ಜನ ಕಿಟ್ಟ 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 ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ದರಿಗಿಡದ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ತಕ ದರಿಗಿಡದ ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ಜಕ್ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ತಕ್ಕ ಜನ ಕಿಟ್ಟ 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 ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ದರಿಗಿಡದ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ತಕ ದರಿಗಿಡದ ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ಜಕ್ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ತಕ ಜನ ಕಿಟ್ಟ ಕಿರ ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ದರಿಗಿಡದ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ತಕ ದರಿಗಿಡದ ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ಜಕ್ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ತಕ ಜನ ಕಿಟ್ಟ 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 ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ದರಿಗಿಡದ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ತಕ ದರಿಗಿಡದ ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ಜಕ್ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ತಕ ಜನ ಕಿಟ್ಟ ಕಿರ ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ದರಿಗಿಡದ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ತಕ ದರಿಗಿಡದ ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ಜಕ್ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ತಕ ಜನ ಕಿಟ್ಟ ಕಿರ ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ದರಿಗಿಡದ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ತಕ ದರಿಗಿಡದ ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ಜಕ್ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ತಕ ಜನ ಕಿಟ್ಟ 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 ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ದರಿಗಿಡದ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ತಕ ದರಿಗಿಡದ ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ಜಕ್ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ತಕ ಜನ ಕಿಟ್ಟ 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 ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ದರಿಗಿಡದ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ತಕ ದರಿಗಿಡದ ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ಜಕ್ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ತಕ ಜನ ಕಿಟ್ಟ 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 ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ದರಿಗಿಡದ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ತಕ ದರಿಗಿಡದ ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ಜಕ್ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ತಕ ಜನ ಕಿಟ್ಟ 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 ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ದರಿಗಿಡದ ತಕ್ಕುಡು ದಿಕ್ಕುಡು ತಕ ದರಿಗಿಡದ ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ಜಕ್ಕಿಣ್ಣಂ ತಕ வினையற வேல் வாங்கும் பெருமாள் அடியினை தொழு மனமே ஜக ஜக வினையற வேல் வாங்கும் பெருமாள் அடியினை தொழு மனமே ஜக ஜக வினையற வேல் வாங்கும் பெருமாள் அடியினை தொழு மனமே ஜக ஜக தொங்கிட நல்கிட தொங்கிட கிடதகி தொங்கு நாங்கு தொங்கிட நல்கிட தொங்கிட கிடதகி தொங்கு நாங்கு தொங்கிட நல்கிட தொங்கிட கிடதகி தொங்கு நாங்கு தாஹக தோகிட தோகிட கிடதகி தோகிட தோகிட கிடதகி தோகிட கிடதகி நல்கத கிடனக தாஹக தோகிட தோகிட கிடதகி தோகிட தோகிட கிடதகி தோகிட கிடதகி நல்கத கிடனக நக ஜகனக தானம் மயிலேறி கைலாசம் தன்னை சுழலவரும் இளையவனே தொழுவார் தாளவிதம் வர உடையவனே கானம் மயிலேறி கைலாசம் தன்னை சுழலவரும் இளையவனே தொழுவார் தாளவிதம் வர உடையவனே கானம் மயிலேறி கைலாசம் தன்னை சுழலவரும் இளையவனே தொழுவார் தாளவிதம் வர உடையவனே ஜெகிடு ஜன கிட்ட ஜன கிடு ஜன கிட கிட தகி ஜன கிட கிட தகி ஜெகிடு ஜன கிட்ட ஜன கிடு ஜன கிட கிட தகி ஜன கிட கிட தகி கடல் கிழிய மலை முறிய வரும் முருகன் என்னை வினைய அருளது பெறலாம் கடல் கிழிய மலை முறிய வரும் முருகன் என்னை வினைய அருளது பெறலாம் கடல் கிழிய மலை முறிய வரும் முருகன் என்னை வினைய அருளது பெறலாம் தக்கிடு தக்கிட கிட தகி தக்கிடு தக்கிடு கிட தகி தக்கிட தகி தாக்குதி குப்த கீட்ட தொங்கிட கிட தகடன்
Now, wasn't that the most brilliant performance? Angeline, how long have you been practicing this dance? How long?
Maybe 1 year.
Maybe 1 year. The practice is reflected of a full year here, and it has been perfectly done. Brilliant, wonderful. A big round of applause for them, please. Thank you. The next dance is Nadesha Kauduvam. This item is performed to offer prayer to Lord Nataraja, the dancing god. And it is performed by Avani Ajitesh, Tanya Vignesh, Elena Jijo, Anat Biju, Vani Sujit, Ritika Vinod, and Meenakshi Kaimal.
Nadesha Kautvam. This item is performed to offer the prayers to Lord Nataraja, the dancing god. Nadesha Kautvam is a very important invocatory item the dancers must perform for the Arangetam to get the rays of blessings from Lord Nataraja. This composed in Ragam Hamsadvani, Talam Adi.
Jana
That was Natesha Kautuvam for you. Can I ask you, Elena, what was the ragam of this particular dance that you had danced now, that you presented? Elena?
Yes.
What was the ragam for this particular dance? It was Hamsa Dwani Ragam, right? Thank you, wonderful. So this shows how much of effort is taken, how much of time is taken to train these kids to know what ragam and talam and what kind of steps befit a particular dance. So beautifully presented by these wonderful kids. A round of applause for them once more, please. Great. The next performance is Taritajam. Taritajam, this is an invocation seeking the blessings of God. This item is filled with detailed footworks and graceful movements. It is composed in Ragam Nada and Talam Adi Talam. So the participants are Ananya Sri Ram Ramaswamy, Nora Trasa Shijo, Shristi Chandrahasan, Pugarini Ambalagan, Ishani Rajesh, Niranjana Jayakumar, and Ivana Rose Denny. Taritajam.
After you are finished, you want to hand over to me, okay?
Taritajam. This is an invocation seeking the blessings of the gods. This item, filled with detailed footwork and graceful movements, this composed in Ragam Nata, Talam Adi.
Taritajam, tajam tarita, tadimita kita taka taka tadingina tom taritajam, tajam tarita, tadimita kita taka taka tadingina tom taritajam, tajam tarita, tadimita kita taka Taritajam, tajam tarita. जणु 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 दिमि 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 दारे दाण जणु दिमि तग दिमि धरि धण जणु दिमि तग दिमि तरिता तदण तजणु तारिण तो तदिगिण तो तदिगिण तो तदरिता तदण तजणु तारिण तो तदिगिण तो तदिगिण तो तदरिता तदण तजणु तारिण तो तदिगिण तो तदिगिण तो तारिदशं तजं तदिता तदिमित कीट तक तक तदिगिण तो तारिदशं तजं तदिता तदिमित कीट तक तक तदिगिण तो तारिदशं तजं तदिता तदिमित कीट तक तक तदिगिण तो तारिदशं तजं तदिता तदिमित कीट तक तक तदिगिण तो तारिदशं तजं तदिता
Now that was yet another brilliant performance. But you must be looking at how cute and little these children are. They are picking up on those steps without missing a single one. This applause is not sufficient for them. Can we have a bigger round of applause? Yes, please. Yes, wonderful. So nice. And one of them had announced what is the talam and what is the ragam for this particular dance before this dance starts. I'm going to ask the same person. Who was that announced? Who said that? You did, right? Okay. Tell me, what is the ragam for this particular dance?
Ragam Nata.
Ragam Nata. So it takes years of practice for people to pick up on the ragam and talam. So this is a great example that people are picking up at this age. Wonderful, wonderful kids. Brilliant. Thank you to all. Right. Okay. Carry on. Come on. So cute kids, mashallah. Our next performance is Nandi Slokam. Slokam means verses, and Nandi is the bull of Lord Shiva, his vehicle. So it is a slogam of Nandi in the name of great guardian deity of Kailasa, abode of Lord Shiva, in an invocatory number. It's filled with beautiful footwork and hand movements, and this is composed in Ragam Revati and Talam Adi. Aryananda KK, Shreya Abhilash, Darvi Texan, Nayana Ajit Pillai, Aradhya Shaji, Diana Mariam Renish are the participants for this Nandi Shlokam.
Nandi Slokam. It is the Slokam of Nandi, is the name of gate guardian, deity of Kailasa, abode of Lord Shiva. It's an invocatory number. It's filled with beautiful footwork and hand movements. This is composed in Ragam Revati, Talam Adi.
सर्वदानवसूदनं निर्मितं सर्वदेवश्च सर्वविघ्ननिवारणं नृपस्य विजयं शंसरिपुणां च पराजयम् गोब्राह्मणशिवं चैव नाट्यस्य च विवर्धनं नाट्यस्य च विवर्धनम्
तज्जं तकझं तकितझं तज्जं तकझं तकितझं तज्जं तकझं तकुदरिकिट तक तदिगिण्णतु तदिगिण्णतु तदिगिण्णतु
नमोऽस्तु सर्वदेवेभ्यो द्विजाभि शुभं तदा जितं सोमेन वैराग्य शिवं गोब्राह्मणाय च शिवं गोब्राह्मणाय च
तळंगुतों तक तदिगिण्णतों तळंगुतों तक तदिगिण्णतों तळंगुतों तळंगुतै तक दिकि तक तदिगिण्णतों तक दिकि तक तदिगिण्णतों तक दिकि झणु तदिगिण्णतों
राष्ट्रं प्रवर्धतां चैव रङ्गश्चां समृद्धता प्रेषाकर्तुर्महान् धर्मो भवतु ब्रह्म भाविता भवतु ब्रह्म भाविता भवतु ब्रह्म भाविता
तत्त धणत धण धणत धण तात धणत धण धणत धण तत्त धणत झणु झणुत झणु तात धणत झणु धणत झणु तत्त धणत धण धणत धण तात धणत धण धणत धण तत्त धणत धण धणत धण तात धणत धण धणत धण तत्त धणत धण धणत धण तात धणत धण धणत धण
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Is there anyone here who didn't feel the goosebumps up? Yeah, the kind of vibration, the scintillation they brought on the stage. It's amazing. Brilliant kids. Wonderful. How do you get so much of energy to perform like this? It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. The next performance is Todayam. Todayam is a traditional Bharatanatyam item. The participants are Rachana Sabu, Ragendu Palyantara Subin, Ezra Tressa Jose, Harshita P. Venkatesh, Janova Mariam Premji, and Steffi Jacob. Todayam.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Todayam is an impactive performing of the seeds blessings from the God. This is an item shows the rhythmic talent of a performer. The musician and Natuvana would be the time. Uttidal Natuvangam and result the Cholkata. In between the song, the composition of setting, Ragam, Ragamaliga, Talam, Adi.
தத்தோடகதாம் தாம் 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 தீம் 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 தகதோடங்க தக்குத்தாம் தீ தித்தித்தை தித்தித்தக்கதி திகதோஹஸ்தங்க திக திக திகதோஹஸ்தங்க திக திக திகதோஹஸ்தங்க தொகு தொங்கு தத்தக்கிண்ண தகதோம் தகதாம் தோம் தீம் ஓ திக்குத்தக்க தகதோம் தகதாம் தோம் தீம் தாம் 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 தீம் 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 தகதோடங்க தக்குத்தாம் தீ தித்தித்தை தித்தித்தக்கதி தத்தத்தாம் பதிகிணதோம் தக தித்தித்தை தித்தித்தக்கதி தத்தத்தாம் பதிகிணதோம் தக தித்தித்தை தித்தித்தக்கதி தத்தத்தாம் பதிகிணதோம் தக தே 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 தேதாம் கிடதி 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 ரத்தாஹதின் தினத்தாஹதின் தாதித்தி தாதாதித்தி தாதாதாதி தகததிங்கிணதோம் ஜேம் 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 கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக தத்தாம் தித்தே ஜேம் கிணதக தாம் ததிம் தக ஜேம் 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 கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக தத்தாம் தித்தே ஜேம் கிணதக தாம் ததிம் தக ஜேம் 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 கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக தத்தாம் தித்தே ஜேம் கிணதக தாம் ததிம் தக ஜேம் 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 கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக தத்தாம் தித்தே ஜேம் கிணதக தாம் ததிம் தக ஜேம் 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 கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக தத்தாம் தித்தே ஜேம் கிணதக தாம் ததிம் தக ஜேம் 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 கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக தத்தாம் தித்தே ஜேம் கிணதக தாம் ததிம் தக ஜேம் 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 கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக தத்தாம் தித்தே ஜேம் கிணதக தாம் ததிம் தக ஜேம் 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 கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக தத்தாம் தித்தே ஜேம் கிணதக தாம் ததிம் தக தாத்தேய தத்ததாம் தித்தேய தத்ததாம் ஜேம் கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக ததிகிணதோம் ஜேம் கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக ததிகிணதோம் ஜேம் கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக ஜேம் கிணதக ததிகிணதோம் தித்தக திகுதக திகுதக தித்தக திகுதக திகுதக தித்தக திகுதக திகுதக தளம் குஜம் கிடதக தெரிகடஜம் தாஹதஜம் தரி தத்தகஜம் தரி தத்தித்தாதிதா தத்தீம் கிணதோம் தத்தித்தாதிதா தத்தீம் கிணதோம் தத்தித்தாதிதா தத்தீம் கிணதோம் மங்கையக்கரசி வளவகுல்பாவை வரிவள கை நடமானி மங்கையக்கரசி வளவகுல்பாவை வரிவள கை மடமானி மங்கையக்கரசி வளவகுல்பாவை வரிவள கை நடமானி பங்கைய செல்வி பாண்டிமதேவி பங்கைய செல்வி பாண்டிமதேவி பணி செய்து நாள்தோறும் பரவ பணி செய்து நாள்தோறும் பரவ மங்கையக்கரசி பொங்கடருருவம் பூதநாயகனார் வேதவும் பொருள்களும் அருள்வி பொங்கடருருவம் பூதநாயகனார் வேதவும் பொருள்களும் அருள்வி அங்கையர் கண்ணி தன்னோடு அமர்ந்து அங்கையர் கண்ணி தன்னோடு அமர்ந்து ஆளவையாவதும் இதுவே ஆளவையாவதும் இதுவே அங்கையர் கண்ணி தன்னோடு அமர்ந்து ஆளவையாவதும்
The presence of this much of audience, even as we close to the end of this event, is really a very inspiring factor, and it proves that each item or each dance presented is better than the next and is keeping you engaged over here. And with that, let's go to the next dance, which is Jati Swaram, and the performers are Arshita Pillai, Tejaswini Ambalagan, Anushka Harikumar, Jayatri Putta, Adhina Joseph, Sai Aparna Sahu, Ananya Ajayan. A bit of applause for all these people would be really wonderful, really. Thank you, thank you.
Jati Swaram is a pure dance presentation that has rhythmic patterns and melodic stretching. This dance involves detailed footwork and hand movements. This dance is composed in Ragam Kannada and Talam Adi.
Re pa ga ga ma re sa re re ni sa re sa ma ga ma na ni pa ba ga ma re sa re pa ga ma re sa re re ni sa re sa ma ga ma na ni pa ba ga ma re sa re pa Jump,
Need it be said that was an amazing performance. One thing I would like to appreciate before we conclude or we come to the last part of the day or the last dance of the day, I request you all to be still seated. Please do not leave because the children need your encouragement still, right? One thing I would like to appreciate is that with each dance, the background that was given by the audiovisual team, it has been so well coordinating. So it's a brilliant job done by them, right? Now the last presentation or the last dance for the day, the 10th dance is Navarasa Padam. And Navarasa Padam is performed by Lakshmi Sujit, Meenu Krishna, Archana Linson and Chitra Narayanan. Round of applause for them, please.
Padams in Bharatanatyam are generally slow-moving than other dances. It is based solely in expression and storytelling and focus on conveying an emotional monologue or dialogue. Here we perform Navarasa Padam, refer to the 9 expressions like Shringara, Hasya, Karuna, Raudra, Veera, Bhayanaga, Bhibhatsa, Adbhuta and Shanta that often human shows. This is composed in Ragam Ragamalika, Talam Adi.
जगन्मोहन नडन राजसभापतिये जगतरित्त दणत्त उलिक्य नडमिडुं जगन्मोहन नडन राजसभापतिये जगतरित्त दणत्त उलिक्य नडमिडुं जगन्मोहन மலயத்வஜன் புதல்வி மதுரை மீனாட்சி மனதினில் காதல் பொங்க செய்வதும் சிருங்காரம் மலயத்வஜன் புதல்வி மதுரை மீனாட்சி மனதினில் காதல் பொங்க செய்வதும் சிருங்காரம் தலை மிதித்த சூரன் கஜ കാട്ടിനാൻ മാർക്കണ്ഡേയൻ കെട്ടിപ്പിടിത്ത നേരം കുലൈ നടുങ്കിട കാലൻ തലയുതിർത്ത കരുണൈ കാട്ടിനാൻ മാർക്കണ്ഡേയൻ കെട്ടിപ്പിടിത്ത നേരം അലകടൽ തുയർമായൻ അടൈந்த മോഹിനി രൂപം அலைகடல் துயர்மாயன் அடைந்த மோகினி ரூபம் அடைந்ததினால் ஐயனார் எழுந்ததல் புதம் தோன்றும் ஜெகன்மோகன நடன ராஜசபாபதியே ஜெகதரித்த தடந்த உனித்ய நடமிடும் ஜெகன்மோகன நடன ராஜசபாபதியே ഉരുവോടിരുந்த കാമൻ ഉടലെരുത്തായി ചിന്നും അരൂപമായാക്കി വൈത്തേ ഹാസ്യത്തനം പടൈത്തും ഉരുവോടിരുந்த കാമൻ ഉടലെരുത്തായി ചിന്നും അരൂപമായാക്കി വൈത്തേ ഹാസ്യത്തനം പടൈത്തും കരുവേ ഭരത என்று தன்று பஸ்மாசுரன் தலை நீத்து கரம் நீட்டி தான் பயம் கொண்டொழித்த கருவே பரத என்று தன்று பஸ்மாசுரன் தலை நீத்து கரம் நீட்டி தான் பயம் கொண்டொழித்த ஜெகன்மோகன நடன ராஜசபாபதியே ஜெகதரித்த தடந்த உனித்த நடமிடும் ஜெகன்மோகன நடன ராஜசபாபதியே കരുനീല വിഷമുണ്ട് കണ്ഠത്തിലെ നിറുത്തി കൊണ്ടതിൽ ബീഭത്സം കണ്ടിടവേ തികഴ്ത്താൻ കരുനീല വിഷമുണ്ട് കണ്ഠത്തിലെ നിറുത്തി കൊണ്ടതിൽ ബീഭത്സം കണ്ടിടവേ തികഴ്ത്താൻ തിരുവായി തിറന്നിനകൈ ചെയ്തതിനാലൗദ്രം തിരുവായി തിറന്നിനകൈ ചെയ്തതിനാലൗദ്രം തോன்றுം മുപ്പുറം എരിത്ത് ശാന്തം യമക്കേ ശാന്തം ശാന്തം ജഗന്മോഹന നടന രാജസഭാപതിയേ ജഗതരിത്ത ധനത്ത ഉനിത്യ നടമിടും ജഗന്മോഹന നടന രാജസഭാപതിയേ
ऑन कीजिए। When we began this program, there was one thing I was saying, and that was that Bharatanatyam was used to flow the emotions or know the emotions of the person and the audience or the person listening or watching this. So today here, this show was totally, towards the end, we could see a load of emotions, right? From happiness to sadness to every emotion. So this is such a wonderful experience we had. But please be seated, because those kids who performed today deserve to be appreciated here, and we need your round of applauses for that. We need your encouragement for that, and for that, let me welcome our President, Mr. P.N. Babarajan, onto the stage, and our guest of honor, Mr. Mahesh Gowda, and yes, our directors, Mr. Vijay Kumar and Jaleel, KK Saab, please, Mr. Krishna Kumar, and Manigandanji, and Vice President ICC, Mr. Subramani Hebbagelu. Please join, sir. And where is Ashik, the man behind this show? Where is Ashik Babarajan? A big round of applause for Ashik and Mr. Sunil Kumar, who has been doing a brilliant job for this event. A big round of applause for Sunil for the video and the other effects. And for the coordination, the entire SDC team, and we had our Kulkarni Saab, Santosh Kulkarni Saab, and our Rajesh, and all those teachers, those backbone to this event. They deserve a very big round of applause, please. It's for them. Okay, now for the participants of Pushpanjali, I would request Mr. Mahesh Gowda to give away these certificates to the participants of Pushpanjali. That was Anilya Disa Anup, Abheri Abhi, Arpita Arun, Anushka Sulesh, Satvika Prabhu, and Badra Lal. Can the teachers please join us? Teachers. Now, it is Andal Kauduvam. Andal Kauduvam. Participants of Andal Kauduvam. Aditi Manoj, Gianna Mary Justin, Aparna Pradeep, Diya Balaji, and Janki Sudesh. Please let the applause be on. Thank you for being such a wonderful audience and keeping these kids motivated throughout. The performers for the next dance, Kuraludi. Are they ready? Thank you, kids. Kuraludi. Avantika Deepak. Meenakshi Anoop, Diya Vasudevan, Gopika Elamurugan, Mandalapalli Srinika, Sarah John, and Emil Teresa Davis. Once again, a big thank to Mr. Sunil Ravikumar. A wonderful job, sir. Thank you, kids. Thank you, thank you. Now, the next group is Murugan Kaudavam, Angelina Linson, Anna Binu, Sadhika Krishna, Janita Ann Abraham, Elsa Maria Sam, Joelette, and Justin Tessa Maria Biju. That's a wonderful audience. I could see a few of them are still keeping them encouraged. That's brilliant. I request the kids be, yeah. Yes. That's brilliant. Come on. Now, next team. The next group is Nadesha Kaudavam. May I also request Ms. Kabila Thakur and Sajeev ji to please join us on the stage here, please. Nadesha Kaudavam, Avani Ajitesh, Tanya Vignesh, Elena Jijo, Anant Biju, Vani Sujit, Ritika Vinod, and Meenakshi Kaimal. Please hold those certificates below your face because, yeah. Right. Okay, that is wonderful. So for the next group, Taritajam, Ananya Sriram Ramaswamy, Nora Trisa Shijo, Srishti Chandrahasan, Pugarini Ambalagan, Ishani Rajesh, Niranjana Jayakumar, Ivana Rose Denny. Come on. Those cute faces and their action that must have inspired you today. Some of you must be joining for these practices very soon. I think it would be too hard for them to stay so long. Thank you, kids. Thank you. Next group, Nandi Shlokam. Aryananda KK, Shreya Abhilash, Davi Texan, Nayana Ajit Pillai, Aradhya Shaji, and Diana Mariam Ranish. Thank you. Thank you. Now for Todayam. Todayam Rachana Sabu, Ragendu Paliantara Subin, Ezra Tressa Jose, Harshita P. Venkatesh, Genoa Mariam Premji, Steffi Jacob. Mustafa, just hold. I think children are crossing. Wait 1 second. Thank you. Thank you. Now for Jati Swaram. Arshita Pillai, Tejaswini Ambalagan, Anushka Harikumar, Jayatri Putta, Adhina Joseph, Sai Aparna Sahu, Ananya Ajayan. You could still see the excitement on the faces of these performers today. The same excitement is expected from the audience. Please, please, a bigger round of applause for all of them, please. Thank you. And now for the last group today is Navarasa Padam, Lakshmi Sujit, Meenu Krishna, Archana Linson, Chitra Narayanan. Thank you so much. And before we conclude, we wish to have a group photo along with the teachers. So I request all the teachers to join the trainers and teachers, Skills Development Center. Please hurry up. Sakaria? Listen, chairs, please. We have Mrs. Rama Baburajan here. Please, I request her to join us here on stage along with the entire team. And where's that little young star? Anna. Where are you, Anna? Suma, please join us on the stage. Suma Mahesh. Wait. आधे आदमी को कहते हैं, पहले आदमी को जाने दो ना, फिर रखेगा। नहीं रखेंगे। I hope all the teachers have joined us here on the stage. Ashik? Where is he? Ashik. Ashik, can you please come here? Ashik? Please make sure all the teachers that you're visible on the picture. So if you have to arrange or adjust somewhere in between, please do that. The staff of SDC, yeah, all the teachers. See, you won't be seen in the picture if you're there. It's better if you come over here. Please join at the front. Please join at the front. Yeah. ഇങ്ങനെ ഇരിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ? മുസ്തഫ എല്ലാവരും ഉണ്ടാ? എല്ലാവരും ഉണ്ടാ? In all, it was such a brilliant event, but it was not the effort of one person or two. There's all the hands that work behind this. The teachers, the staff, the video team, the photography, Mustafa, the symphony team, the audio team, everyone, especially the guests of our honor and our chief guest for giving us so much of time. Truly appreciate that, sir. Thank you so much. And for being the best audience today and encouraging the children, a big round of applause and thanks to the entire audience. Thank you so much. And your host for the evening, Samir Musa, signs off. The makeup team was left out. Please, a big round of applause for the makeup team.
On behalf of SDC, thank you, Samir Musa. On behalf of Babuji, thank you very much. You are a very good, you are a very good host and the anchor of the day, and you made the day very successful event today. Thank you, Samir.